It's kind of funny still trying to waiting on them numbers countdown to the doohickey. But hey, we made it. Lord bless us with another good Sunday. I reckon. I hope everybody doing. Yeah, we'll get into that. Like I say, I hope everybody having a fine Sunday evening. We trying to get adjusted. We didn't get home till well past our normal bedtime last night, and it's threw our clock off big time.
I don't think we got home till 11 last night. Other than hospital trips, I don't remember the last time we stayed out that late.
Yeah, we had a good time. Went and watched the fireworks show there at the USS Alabama, and it was a good show, but it was like boom, boom, boom. That was it.
Yeah. After sitting out there for 6 hours, I was kind of let down. Not gonna lie, they had some cool fireworks. It was a really pretty show, but it only lasted about 15 minutes, and then it was over. I was like, oh my gosh. It was a really good time, though.
Yeah, we had a good time. Ollie and his mama and stepdaddy come out there, and we all hung out. Seen good buddy of mine. Y'all see him in here from time to time in the chat. Old John White pops in, but he works down there, and he said, "Man, y'all come down and enjoy yourself." And
I mean, it was a good time. They got like a little festival set up out there by the water. Had a whole bunch of like food trucks and vendors. We met some local beekeepers that had a booth out there. We had no idea it was going to be like vendors and stuff selling stuff, but they had chocolate cream honey that they let us try, and oh my soul, it was so good.
yeah,
It was really good.
Did a little politicking with them, but not in the government form.
Nice though. They were so sweet. That lady was really sweet.
Yes, she was a nice lady.
They were brand new. I think she said this was their first year trying to really make a business out of it.
Mm-hmm. But they had them a good little fine setup. Had them some lip balms out there, some cream honey.
They had a really nice table. They had some cone honey.
Yep, had some good looking cups.
Really good looking honey.
Had them a nice little setup out there. So, like I said, we politic. We found, I guess, local beekeeper chit chat with a few minutes. Like I said, we had a good time. For the ones of you, we said we was gonna go live. In a way, I guess I could say I apologize, but in a way, kind of not. But don't get me wrong.
We didn't even think about we would butt in on Joey's live. We're sitting in the parking in our seats out there waiting, for the fireworks show, but they had a live band, and I mean there was hundreds of people out there. We could barely hear anything coming off the screen, but we didn't want to cut in on Joey's chat. And so they had the parking, all the street lights on, which I mean I guess makes sense for security, but it made for terrible firework pictures. So I don't know how well they would have showed up on the video.
I know you can tell, or we could tell real quick who was not used to being in that part of the city. Because I'm going to tell you why. All right. Where did any of y'all that has driven I-10 and you drove across I-10 Mobile Bay right there, you ain't missing the USS Alabama. She is sitting pretty right there in Mobile Bay, right off the highway. Well, me and Hannah was up nosing around on that ship a little bit. We went out kind of to the front of the boat. Well, got to looking. I'm going to say some youngins, late teens, early 20s.
Oh, yeah.
They out there playing in that bay.
If y'all ever come down here, do not, do under no circumstances do you go swimming in Mobile Bay.
Don't go swimming, but
No.
their number one reason is there's 12, 14-foot gators in that bay, and they love to
The
sunbathe.
water is disgusting. Is why you don't want to swim in Mobile Bay.
Well, it is, but you're at the river. There's 5
Ugh.
rivers that come in right there, and it's just a muddy bay, pretty much what it is. But anyhow, there were some folks out there bebopping off in that water, thinking to myself,
There's literally along the waterfront, I know there was at least 3 signs in like a 50-foot stretch that says beware of alligators and snakes. Like literally. They warn you about that all over the place. And plus the water's just nasty. Absolutely nasty.
you don't go play in the bay, kind of thing. You catch your fish, all the crabbers out there. There's crab traps all over the place, and you just don't do that, I guess. But hey, they made it out, so
not if he's raised down here.
we just shook our heads. I'm telling you, we have seen some massive gators driving across that causeway, and thought to ourselves, "There ain't no way no."
My grandpa used to take us out there as kids like that. It was like an activity. You'd get a whole bunch of snacks and stuff and go sit on the causeway and just gator watch. We used to do it all the time. Yeah, Frank, go back and watch Joey's chat. DC actually came in last night. Now, I'd call that intelligent, Eric. Not bigoted.
I could swim with the snakes. The snakes do not bother me at all. I will chase them down to catch them. A gator, depending on the size, but I know what them. There's some big gators out there, and I ain't fixing to fool with that.
When you're in that water.
Swimming with crawfish is good too.
I don't know what the second word is.
Google it.
I'm good with the crawdads. That's fine, but not the gators, and definitely not the snakes. Don't want no part of that.
But like I said, either way, it was a good show. We had a good time.
Definitely worth going back.
Got a little bit on film, I guess, walking through that battleship, but we're going to try to go back and just do a good walkthrough, because I will have to admit, went there probably, and I'm not exaggerating, 30 years ago on a school trip, whenever I was in probably elementary school.
That was a lot more than 30 years
Whatever.
ago.
All right, whatever. But I didn't grasp the reality of what I was seeing. And I've lived down here 44 years, my whole life, and only been on that ship a couple times, but once as an adult. And walking through there and seeing the memorabilia and the history of that ship, but just the history behind those boats.
Very humbling.
It indeed was. Thinking that everything those men went through, the World War II and other wars, I'm not dismissing any other war prior to or after, but just seeing and knowing the stories that you hear from the old timers whenever they were still around, for what little bit they would tell you, kind of thing. It definitely, like she said, very much a humbling experience going in there and going, now I can give you all the full respect of what this means to us.
I guess you get a better understanding of it a little bit face to face with it. That's why we keep saying we want to go, like when we just had a day to just meander and get like not be rushed, trying to get through it and really be able to look at everything. Because what John said, if you just took your time and like read everything they have out on displays, it'd take you a good 4 or 5 hours to go through.
He said that was on the USS Drum alone. That's the
Oh,
submarine.
that's not even the
That's not the
battleship.
battleship. No, so
Wow.
you definitely, if it's something you want to visit, you need to plan, get there early. That way you can
Make
see
a
every bit
day
of it.
of it.
Because
Because they've got planes and the sub and the battleship and what was the bomber plane they got out there?
the B-52 bombers are out there. There's several fighter jets out there. There's one Russian tank out there, several American issue tank. I mean, it's anything World War II era in Vietnam and Korea. It is out there. And I better not say it because I don't want to, I had to ask John about it, but I think they either have it out there or it comes out once or twice a year. The replica of the wall that is in Washington.
Oh yeah, the monument.
The monument of the soldiers that died during World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. But
my grandpa served on a ship in all 3 of those wars. You got to say hey to everybody.
Yeah, let me run through and holler quick right fast, and we'll get into where we're gonna go. I got a little something we can get into, but
hey, you made a plan?
well, kind of.
I'm so proud of you.
Well, one fella in here kind of helped out with that because I was thinking, what am I going to talk about this evening? And just lo and behold, the good
that's
Lord,
what you're going to talk about this evening.
Had the man send a message. We
you
talked
give
about
him a subject.
Yep, but we'll get into that in just a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know who he is. But hallelujah be for him. Pastor Larry, Miss Jan, Miss Leona.
Our favorite Miss Leona.
Yes, sir. Good to see y'all. Mr. Randy, good to see you, Captain. Grayson. Mr. Mike Tangway, good to see you. Keith Spillman and Miss Michelle up there in that fine country. Frank, good to see you, man. Eric, good to see you, brother. Ooh, y'all dealing with the heat up there. Everybody, yeah.
So I think it's hot everywhere this time of year.
Well, I tell you what, that's for all that cold weather y'all sent last year. You're welcome. Mr. Russell Amon, good to see you. Hope Miss Brenda's doing well.
You can say hi to Miss Brenda too. She watches.
That's where I'm going with it. Mr. Russell, Miss Sharon, good to see y'all. You want to correct me on that one too?
You got it.
Flower Street, Brian and Jen. Farm all and foods.
Fords, not foods.
Fords. My bad.
Close.
Who else there? Lord mercy. Let me just do this.
Right.
Lee's in here. Good to see you. Collector Rick. Good to see you, Captain. That man stacking that gold, silver, and honey. Definitely stacking that honey now. I missed somebody. Got some crawfish. Mr. Roy, good to see you, Captain. Mr. Clay Bunner, good to see y'all. Chris, good to see you, man. PJ, good to see y'all. If I missed you, I do apologize there.
Tim will have it right next week.
Maybe. Don't hold it to me.
I like your optimism here. We need that around here.
Look, was that Blaine told me the other couple of weeks ago? Words are hard. So
some harder than others.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen DC, but he said in Joey's chat last night that he has more honey than ever before.
Well,
he apparently had an incredible honey pool. Can't remember how many supers he said he pulled, and I think he said he still had a, a handful left to pull. I can't remember. But either way, he said, wards are first.
Yeah. That's it, Brian. They sure are. Yes, sir. Mm.
Mm. We've been doing a lot of that today.
Yep. Okay, before we get into our subject matter, you want to do the prayer list and we'll get into.
Education status.
Well, we had a little adventure this week. I'll discuss that and then we'll burn the rest of it up with the topic.
Okay.
Y'all, if there's anybody we need to add to, if we got some praise reports, let us know out there in the comments and we'll surely get it jotted down. Your turn.
Mr. Martin, Miss Crystal, Mr. Pat, Miss Deb, Mike Tangway and his family, DC and his mama, Philip's mama, his friends BJ and his wife, our favorite Miss Leona, Steve Amos's father-in-law, PJ Hanley, Sarah and her family, Mr. Randy's mother-in-law, Miss Janae Wood, Kenneth and Chris Wilkinson, Kenneth Allen, Rodney and his family, Dan Garrison's daughter, Keith Larimore's cousin, Miss Brenda Amon, Lee's mama, Miss Brenda Johnson, Keith Barnhill and his family, little Emma Hoskins, Greg Dunn, Phil Kent's mama, Tim's brother Jamie, Mr. Dan and his church, Shaw Wee, Jen's dad, Gary Stewart, Castle Heights Brian and his family, Blaine's great nephew, Haley Baker, Lee's cousin Stephanie, all our nation's service members, Shauna and her family, James Knoll, Keith Larimore's mama, my brother Jacob, James Pell, Justin Jenkins, Bucks B's wife, Allie Baker, Marty at Yes Honey, baby Lucas' parents Zach and Kiera, Lee's wife Miss Renee, DC's friend Bree and her daughter Ivy, Jason his family, Clay's daughter Allie, Tom Mack and his family, Bobby's Bees, Mike Hall's wife, Feathers and Flowers' husband, Hannah and David Davidson, Bracken Barker's little girl, Jegs and his family, the Lott family, and the many, many victims of the Venezuelan earthquake.
Yeah, that stuff, that's still a mess over there they're dealing with. They ain't even really started. I don't reckon get things kind of cleaned up.
Yeah. Oh, the horrible situation.
Yeah. Miss Ann, good to see you. I got you in the chat, but give you a old shout out there. But
It was hot, Chris. It was so hot out there.
but we had a breeze, just a
Yes.
continuous breeze out there. I will say that.
Coming right off the water. That definitely helped a lot. Actually, when the sun went down, it wasn't half bad. But it was hot while that sun was up.
I was up at the house. We're about 30 miles from downtown right there, and they ain't a breeze one blowing up here. So it was welcoming, no doubt. But well, adventures for this week. Or
And so maybe they're all running.
last week to be technical, because this is the first week, as they say, according to the calendar. But we got this little frantic phone call.
Oh, that'll get you. Yeah.
And I kind of got to give Orkin Pest Control a shout out in a way.
Mhm.
because they have been passing our number along
Big
to
time.
people. So that branch down here in Mobile, Alabama, I doubt any of y'all ever see this, but if you do, we appreciate it very, very much. But they had passed our number along, and a woman called, and she was quite upset from what Hannah was telling me. There were some bees in her house, and they was all around the outside, and you know, get your lights and sirens and come on. So we went and looked at the job and had an idea. We could definitely see where they was coming in and out of the house. Went through there and shined our little old cheap Harbor Freight thermal imager where we thought they were, and we could see a little bitty old heat signature in the wall, probably about as big as a softball. And the way she was describing things, it was like a swarm moving in. So, and she did have some bees in her house. It was just I don't know, 4 or 5 of them that got in somehow or another. But went and checked it out. Found a little heat signature. I took my good ear and stuck on the wall, and buddy, you could hear them just carrying on behind that sheetrock right there. And we was like, "Oh yeah, we got this, no problem." So we fast forward to the next morning. So we'll be back in the morning. We'll get their tails out of here first thing. Well,
We were overly optimistic.
way. We was thinking this is going to be just one of them easy ones because they had just done some sheetrock repair in the home. So all I literally had to do is undo 5 screws on the sheetrock they had put up and just move a whole sheet of sheetrock and expose.
That whole 8-foot section of wall.
Yes.
And it weren't a bee one in there.
No.
No
Real
sign
easy.
of bees in there.
No, we pulled the insulation back. They went behind the insulation. Well, after further observing some stuff, come to find out, it was an older home that was moved from downtown to this particular area in the north end of the county, way back whenever they was putting the interstates in. Well, undoubtedly, when they had moved the home in, they had built a wall on the outside of the home and bricked it. So there was a little gap, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches from the actual house and the new brick wall that they had built. So
very interesting.
It,
the way it was all put together at
Yeah.
the end.
It was kind of like some Legos, if you will.
Yeah.
Just
Whole lot of love went into putting that place together.
so we didn't find them in the wall. Well, it had that old 105 lap siding on that thing. So took a 3/4 bit. Through that 105 we went to see if they're in between this void. Shine the camera in there. We can see a few running around, but we cannot find cluster, comb.
Nothing, no sign of them except the few random ones just nosing around.
No, ma'am, there wasn't no comb, no signs of them even trying to build out, no kind of propolis anywhere. It was empty. So up in the attic I go, because in a house just outside of downtown, we had done a removal. It was 2 years now, and kind of the same scenario. So I went up in the attic thinking, well, in that other house, they fooled us. And instead of going into the wall, they was up in the gable part of the house. So went up there, looked around. No bees, but I had bees coming out at me the day before. So went up there, like I said, that following morning, whenever we couldn't find them in the wall, went in the attic. I had my Q-beam with me this time. So went to searching everywhere. I pulled insulation back. I was digging all around in this doggone attic and was able to get me a little old spot where I could see down that wall of the old house and the brick wall, that gap, and I could see, I don't know, 16 feet one way and 8 feet the other way. Nothing. No bees in the attic either.
It probably was there.
And still couldn't find them. There's bees going in. So went back outside to where they was entering the house, we'll say, and I'm sitting there and I'm studying them, just watching what they're doing. But there wasn't nowhere near as many coming in and out.
Mhm.
Here's a few hints for some of y'all. It was a learning experience for myself, but observations at the hive helped with this, is where I'm going with it. So there wasn't as many the following morning whenever we couldn't find them in the wall nor the attic. So I'm sitting there, I'm studying them, looking at them, and there's just a few coming. But you always had one, and she would meet those couple coming in. Then she'd back on up. And it wouldn't happen for a few minutes. And you see a couple bees leave out. Another few minutes later, one or two would come back in. It wasn't a consistent.
There wasn't a continuous in and out.
No.
And nobody was bringing anything in.
No. And that was the bell ringer right there. After sitting there watching them for a few minutes, we're like, nobody is bringing in pollen. Okay, I can't tell if they're bringing in water or nectar. I wasn't up there close enough to look at their abdomens, but just standing from the ground, no pollen being brought in. So we got to thinking. She said they was doing some tree trimming down the road.
Logging,
Yeah.
not trimming.
And what she was describing sounded like a swarm. So started putting all the little pieces together in my brain there. Was like, I wonder if it was just scouts coming in. And I was kind of putting the pieces together. Okay, I know several times out here throughout the years, we've seen scouts coming in and out of swarm traps, or what we would have set up for a swarm trap, and think, okay, something's moved in. Nope. They're in there measuring, walking around looking. So we finally concluded that it was some scouts that had come off a swarm, and they was running in and out of that house trying to find somewhere to get to.
Apparently, we just caused entirely too much commotion for them to be satisfied in that house.
So it worked out. We plugged the spot up, told the woman, said, look, if you see a whole bunch of them, call us and we'll come back. Or if you see them coming out of a different place in the house, let us know. We'll come back. But she went out there the following morning after all that. And
not a bee inside.
Nope, not there or none. So I think we're pretty good on our
was
hunt.
highly disappointed that he didn't get to cut some bees out on his first run because he went with us.
Yeah, he was thinking we're going to get some bees and take home. Uncle Tim, can these be mine? Yep, we get them. Yep, we can start with yours right there.
And we didn't get them. But he took it like a trooper. You do have a totally awesome wife, Brian. She scored him a new bee yard and told him to order new equipment. All at the same time.
Take that woman for some ice cream.
Or her favorite coffee. Mm-hmm.
You know what?
They like ice cream, though. They eat ice cream for supper a lot.
This one didn't thank you, darling.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's a good helpmate right there. That brings in more for the home. She says, here, look what I got for you. Bam.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Chris, Sarah actually emailed me yesterday. She says she's just been really, really busy with her grandkids lately. But she was going to get caught up with all the live chats soon. I think she's been keeping several of her grandkids a lot during the week because it's summertime. So she's a wide open grandma these days.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it busy.
Yeah, they do.
That was the extent really of our beekeeping adventure. I may go out in a couple of days. We're supposed to cool down into the high 80s for
Oh,
a few days
that'd be nice.
and may pull a couple more boxes and just let them be after that. Yeah. And
PJ said if you stay on topic, he's leaving. He's only here for the chaos.
okay. It won't be long, friend. It won't be long.
Oh, PJ's gonna be the busy pawpaw too.
Hey,
He
hey,
got another new grandbaby coming.
coming this week.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations, yeah.
Absolutely. That's always exciting. I bet Danae is snuggled up with her little grandbaby.
Well, I mean, who wouldn't?
That girl's been eating it up with that baby. I love it.
All right. Main subject in hand, then we can derail. But what?
Stupid YouTube. PJ said, thanks. I can't wait to ruin and like spoil him and it flagged his comment.
It's done.
It is done.
Somebody got it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it on the side. Maybe it's in the chat. If not, type it again, BJ. Tell YouTube where to stick it.
Oh, Brian's doing peach cream Johnny. Well, I bet that's good.
Let me tell y'all something about peach. We went to the store. I asked her just a while ago, I want some ice cream. I said, hey, you want to go get some ice cream?
Duh.
She said, yeah, let's go. So we rode up to the local Hoggly Woggly. I haven't got my t-shirt yet, Rodney, if you're listening. But he may be doing some them nighttime cutouts. He said since then he ain't got his boys, he's gonna work on some of that. But we got some white peach trees on this end of the house and on that end of the house out there. And they are looking just right. Hint, looking.
Looks can be deceiving.
So on our way out a while ago, I bebop on out there. She jumps in the truck. I go open up the gate. Well, I got to pass by the peach tree and I see some of them little peaches hanging off. Well, they look ready. I grabbed me one, never let up. Bit into that puppy on one side, and I was like, not quite. But it tasted good enough.
Mm-hmm.
I spun her around and took me another bite out the other side. Not ready at all. It was like I had bitten into a persimmon that was full of them fuzzy cactus. I don't know the way to explain it, but all them, the fuzz was in my mouth. And I looked like a yard dog trying to choke up an acorn out there.
I thought he had like inhaled a stink bug or something the way he was carrying on. It was pretty funny.
And she even did ask me, she's like, you okay?
I was getting concerned the way he was going on out there.
It was terrible. They're not ready yet.
That looks like a stink bug attack.
Carl, good to see y'all, man.
And Haley,
Yeah,
if she's listening.
But, okay, subject at hand. Got a phone call. What text message? Your partner, Copenhagen.
Going everywhere.
Well, that one little grain driving me crazy.
I couldn't get my hands on one quick enough there.
That would have been a good shot for her. She'd have had fun with it.
Mm-hmm. Ain't there still a TCBY downtown?
I think in the town somewhere.
Yeah. We still have a couple of them down here, Chris.
But if y'all ever want to get on some good, y'all holler at us if you're down this way. We'll put you on some of the best ice cream you ever had in your life.
Mm-hmm.
And it comes right out of some folks' backyard dairy.
And you can take a dirt road to get to it.
Yep. But,
Anyway.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Was trying to think of a subject. Had no idea what I was going to talk about.
Can y'all believe it?
Well, I mean, everybody knows how prepared I get for these things. You know, I want to stay on track with a proper
Do your
subject
homework.
and at least talk something beekeeping.
I'm gonna make coffee.
Okay.
Oh.
But just so happened, sitting there thinking about me, I was about to spell his name out. I won't say it yet. But gentleman had sent us a picture of his wax dip boxes, and he got a brand he's putting on his boxes. And I guess to kind of, we appreciate him considering our opinion on it. And he was like, well, what y'all think about the brand here? Man, look, I mean, to us, it looks great. Great opinion. So, got to chit chatting a little bit more with him. And I guess before say too much, for the ones of you that have wax dip boxes, honest opinion, I guess first I'm gonna ask a con. Is there a con out there that y'all believe or think there may be with wax dip boxes? Not something that was sent from across the pond, somebody actually doing it. Go. I'm gonna see if anybody's got a con on wax dip boxes. Like, well, I don't like it because of Exhibit A. Okay.
Please.
Nobody's got an opinion. So I'm assuming there's no con out there as far as wax dip equipment. Right. Frank says maybe hives holding up. So I'm assuming. Frank, did they send you did you purchase yours or did they send you something to do a review on? All right, Brian and Jen, I love my wax dip boxes. I've gotten some from Tar Heel, Nature's Image, and Premier. All right, PJ, only wax dip boxes are from across the pond. All right, Eric says he ain't got none, but would like some. Okay, so really, no con on wax dip. I'm gonna give y'all some that we have figured out on our end. Now, granted, what I'm going to be speaking about, we haven't purchased from an individual that wax dips here in the States. We got, I don't know, I guess total it'd be about 4 colonies if you wanted to build it out. It'd be 2 double deeps, bottom boards, lids, the whole shoot matches, the kits somebody had bought. And whenever we acquired his equipment, we acquired a certain brand that was wax dip. And okay, remember, let me go back, read that before I get off track. But we had that was given to us from, you see the name on Amazon quite a bit. And also the maybe hive was sent to us. And we done a product review on it as far as how easy it was to assemble and all that kind of good stuff. But from what we have seen, far as something that is being purchased, we'll just say through Amazon, and one of them was Maybe, and the other one was from Hoover. Both of them, the Hoover equipment, except for one, we have not put together, and it is literally still in the box out there. But the one that is put together and the Maybe that we done for the product review, the Maybe hive is not quite a year old, or it may be a year old now. And it was last year we did that review. So it is a year old. And the Hoover, we know that is at least 3 to 4 years old, probably going on about 4 years. But I'm gonna start with the Hoover because we was over at my buddy Lance's, and he had bought all that Hoover stuff, just trying to get something together real quick. But when it was all brand new, we had got everything put together in the spring. And when it started getting into these high temps down here, late spring, and we start to get into our summer season, whenever that heat got on the outside of them boxes, you could literally see wax leaching out and running, and you could see streaks of that stuff just running down the boxes. And in a lot of ways, in the beginning, until all that mess fell off on the outside, it turned into a mess for the bees, for them trying to keep up with cleaning all that mess from the inside of the boxes, which they didn't, granted, they didn't do much on the outside except for on the landing boards. But anything that was exposed from the exterior, it was just, it wouldn't, to me, it wouldn't be a good customer experience because it was just nasty for several months. Then it finally kind of started slowing down as far as running the way it was. But real quick with that, they started molding bad on the outside. And I can't pull the pictures up now, but I took a picture of one of them a while ago to show this gentleman an example of what I'm talking about. And they just, like I said, molded bad quickly. Well, the same thing is happening with that Maybe hive. Granted, it didn't melt or leach, however you want to say it, anywhere as bad as the Hoover bunch did, but it did get to that point for a short time.
Well, PJ, Sarah said the same thing when we did that review, because hers were wax coated, but the one they sent us, in which Sarah had done it a few years prior to us, I think, or a couple of years, but they specified that this one was wax dipped, not coated, because like we specifically asked that in the email, because everybody was saying they're just wax coated, but they claimed that it was specifically wax dipped.
On the Maybe hives.
Yeah.
The Hoover, I had to go back and look. I don't want to give a non-honest answer on that.
I don't know about that one, but I know the Maybe hive, they said it was wax dipped. So Eric said it sounds like maybe they weren't boiled properly.
I don't think it, I mean, like listen to other people.
Hashtag know your wax dipper.
Bingo.
Yeah. Because I've heard nothing like that out of like people that have gone to Mr. Randy and had it done.
Mr. Randy and others that do actual wax dipping.
Yeah. He's just the first one.
But for the ones of you that have, we'll say, truly wax dipped boxes, have y'all ever had an issue with what I was speaking about just a second ago on, like, you know, it leaching out real bad, or molding real quick due to the weather. Now, I know for the ones of you up in the North Country, y'all don't have the humidity and the rain like we do down here. And I understand that's going to have a variation in some of it.
Yeah.
But
Frank said his was wax dipped after assembly because when the other one came apart, I could see that the wax wasn't in between all the joints. Okay, PJ said he buys them and he has not seen any issues yet. Okay, Carl said he hasn't seen that and his guy's been doing it for years.
okay, and this is truly, somebody wax dipping.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm kind of curious about, Brian. Like the climate, like the humidity down here, and how in the summertime we really never dry out. Because he said he's had the wax dip boxes 3 years at most, and they're very dry, but he's never had any issues like that.
But
the only other one I've ever heard that had issues like that, and I couldn't tell you where he got the boxes, but Mr. Mike Conley.
Yeah, I forgot about that. But
he's the only other person I've ever known that had the same issues as us.
So we spoke to the gentleman and worked out a deal
wax
with him.
dipped in paraffin wax, maybe?
Well, we worked out a little plan, I guess, best way to put it. But the gentleman said, hey, would you mind trying one down in your climate? Kind of thing. Now, granted, we have similar climate, but not quite, I guess, as so subtropical as we do down here. So, Tony, yes, sir, we'll be happy to, do some side by side comparisons and all that on what you got, because it'll be an honest review on his product. And what we'll be able to do, it didn't hit me until I got done texting him. We was getting ready for this, but we can do an honest side by side review of his boxes that he is wax dipping there at his house with his brand on it now. And whenever I was just talking in conversation here about how we got that one that we ain't even put together from that other company that Lance had bought. So it'd be, we can do an honest side by side comparison to this one product and this man that's doing it there in his backyard, or I'm assuming when I say your name in a few minutes, let me know, correct me on this, but I guess he can come to you too as well. If you can't, let us know in the comments in just a second. But either way, you can go to him, or hey, if finances work out just right, tell him what you want, make an order, and he can wax them and get things shipped to you, I imagine. But Mr. Randy Tar Hill Beekeeper is who we're speaking about. And
they didn't figure that out.
Well, I figure probably like Brian, DC, somebody like that pick up pretty quick, Mr. Russell and them. But for the newer ones that may not know Mr. Randy as much, he's really trying these last couple of years, really getting out there. Yeah. And, from what we're seeing,
business is picking up for him.
Indeed. And let me see if
he's letting his product speak for itself.
Get my messages. I'm gonna try to show y'all his brand that he.
It looked really good.
Is it gonna show?
True. Okay.
Okay, yeah, there we go. Let's see if I can get it to. Well, it ain't going. This doggone phone. Let me try to turn the light down on it. Something. Maybe it won't be a bad reflection. But hope y'all tell something about it. But that was one before, and then there's after he had wax dip. But he's got him good looking brand. It says Tar Heel Tough.
I really like it.
Let me turn my light back on where I can see better.
Did he just make a hat or a shirt with that on it?
I think so, with new hats. But it says Tar Heel Tough, hand built, wax dipped. And I know there's some of you out there that has already went and visited him and got a whole bunch of y'all stuff done there with him. And Lord willing, everything works out. I hope I'm not letting the cat out of the bag too much for him, but Lord willing, he'll be able to have enough product to take to Navi and start getting his name out there much, much more and really be able to take and do something with it. But I was just kind of curious on that because the only thing that we, like I said, we have wax dipped of any kind. It's just something that was either gave to us or something that was sent to us for a product review.
Mm-hmm.
All our boxes that we've had, we've just painted up with marine varnish and, let them go. But just curious on seeing how well or seeing people's opinion on truly wax dip boxes.
Eric and Brian going back and forth. He said they're waiting each other out to see who buys a wax dipper first, and Brian said rock, paper, scissors.
Eric, I don't think he has a web page set up on
like a website.
But if you hit him up on,
He just put in there, I don't have a web page, but I got a Book of Faces page.
that's where I
Yeah,
was
because I
going.
see Mr. Randy's reels when I'm flipping through Facebook all the time.
So you can see there for yourself on
Mm-hmm.
on what the man's got going on, and it don't matter what it is, as far as beekeeping wise. He can bottom boards, if you fool with inner covers, your migratory lids, or just lids in general. I imagine, as long as it ain't got the metal on it yet. Whatever size boxes you got, he can get you fixed up on it. And
Didn't Josh and Larry then have a load they took from Mr. Randy too?
yep, they took quite a bit out there
Yeah.
last year, I think it was, and had a bunch of their brand new stuff
Hey,
in.
aren't they supposed to be coming down this month?
I don't know. He said that, remember, it's just kind of up in the air with
Yeah.
what they had going on.
It just hit me. It's July, finally.
Hopefully they're able to. But
I hope so.
if not, Lord willing, we'll catch y'all somewhere else,
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing. But yeah, like I say, we couldn't speak officially or enough on saying, okay, yes, I know about wax dip boxes, or or how well they hold up. that kind of thing, because honestly, we just never had anything wax dip. It's not that we're against it by any means. It's just me being me in my brain. You know, I guess it's kind of something where you get stuck in a way a little bit. And whenever we first started out, I was like, instead of painting in boxes, we're gonna slap them puppies up with marine varnish, and I know they'll be here for a long time with that marine varnish. And yeah, no repainting, ain't gonna fade on us or worry about mold building up type thing. But
Mr. Randy said he hadn't done much shipping because of pricing, but would be willing to talk.
there you go,
Yeah, I can only imagine shipping he could run into.
I mean, I imagine it could get pricey, but just if you can, let me put it to you like this: if you can support the mom and pops that do this kind of stuff,
Be a lot better off.
it'll be a lot better. Because 99% of the time, you're dealing with a mom and pop place, they're going to treat you better anyway. Plus, you're going to get a better quality equipment. The way I look at it, it's because they're going to take more pride into it versus some kind of chain out there that's just going to send you something that they ordered from across the pond and adding some shipping to it, and you don't know what you're getting. With somebody like Mr. Randy or others out there that's doing that wax dipping, you can get in touch with these folks, and if you have questions, they'll answer your questions and give you a fair price, but what's fair for them too. But unfortunately, with anything with doggone shipping nowadays, it's going to get you. But if you're going,
last time we went in the post office, they said they went up again, like another 6% or something like that, wasn't it?
But here's how I look at that: if you're going to order that equipment either way, you're going to pay that shipping no matter what. So why not purchase it from somebody that's going to take more pride in what they're doing and have it shipped to you through them?
Because that's exactly what he's saying, PJ.
Where am I at?
He said, Tim, are you trying to tell me the Chinese will not address my concerns? Hey, Haley.
No, sir, they won't.
Girl, we've been missing you. It's good to see you on here.
Yes,
I know
ma'am.
y'all been busy.
Y'all got your honey ready with your daddy, and got your cream honey and your hot honeys.
Carl said earlier that they did 4 events in the last couple of weeks, but they're on vacation now, taking a break from it. He put that in the chat earlier.
Oh, well, that's good. They still riding it out with the old man, as they say. Country Road, good to see you. We had a fine Independence Day.
We did. Oh, we didn't even tell them about the lemonade. Had the most expensive lemonade I've ever had in my life, but the best lemonade I've ever had at that festival. Oh, y'all went to Delaware on vacation?
Oh, I bet you that was a cool spot in heaven up there.
She said that that's where they're on vacation this week.
Oh.
Like they went off for the holidays after they worked so hard at their markets.
See, that hard work paid off. Did he take y'all on a fine vacation?
What?
Pierogi.
Yeah. I wasn't sure how to pronounce that. I don't know what the I gotta Google that.
The only way I know how to say that word is because the scammer payback guy. That's what they call him.
Yeah. I was wondering how you got that so quick.
Yep.
I gotta Google this.
It may end up being one of them what was that Todd said, the eggplant honey situations.
Okay, this is coming up a pasta. Like a taters and cheese pasta?
It sounds like an eggplant honey to me.
Whatever.
Where's Todd at?
I don't know. I haven't seen Todd. Oh, did you see his post on social media?
No, I tried to stay off that
Well,
book of faces.
it was really, really good. His youngest daughter graduated the police academy. Yeah,
Hey.
and he had a whole bunch of pictures at her, I get like swearing in ceremony or whatever, like where she got her badge and stuff, officially graduated. He had the proudest grin on his face standing next to his little baby girl. I was happy for him. Ooh, y'all going fishing tomorrow? I wish you'd put a bug in my husband's ear. It's been way too long since he took us fishing.
We'll go. That
But
river
those
gets
don't
down.
call our best fishing holes around here.
Yeah, don't get us started on that now. Government taking away your fishing spots.
Do a hot wings festival.
Well, Country Road's going deep sea fishing. Carl's taking him and his bunch.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever kind of fish is up there in Delaware.
You know, I've lived on the coast my whole life, and I've never been out on the water deep sea fishing. I fished off the piers down there a few times, but
I had a chance to go a couple times with old Kyle and Matt.
oh, there you go. I'm gonna pin your comment for a little bit, Mr. Randy. He put his number out there for anybody or a number y'all can call if anybody has any questions.
There you go. Y'all holler at the man. If he don't answer, y'all leave him a message. He will call you back, kind of thing. Mark, good to see you. But I hope them youngins, they catch a mess load of fish. Well, you too, Crossroads, but them youngins.
No way, Aiden. Really, that thing would probably pull me out. Trying to reel in a fish like that. Yeah, absolutely, Mark. I keep meclizine in my purse just for when we go out on the river or the lake or something. I get motion sick pretty easily. Oh, there's Danae. You've been playing with that grandbaby, ain't you? What?
PJ.
PJ, that's what I was laughing at.
If you need some good wax dip boxes, call us.
Oh my god.
You're funny guy, PJ. That's pretty good. Barnell, good to see y'all.
Oh, she got a new four-legged baby she's loving on.
No,
Are y'all finally feeling better? This last time I talked to you, y'all had like 3 different diagnoses. You got dead air going on this place.
well, I was getting low on the snuff.
Can't have that.
Nope. Everybody see me have one of them fits all over the world.
Good deal.
I'm going back and look at this camera. I'm trying to catch up on the economy.
PJs are the best. You want to laugh at something.
He's on the roll.
Yeah, he is. Him and Brian both on a roll tonight.
Well, between them two and Blaine coming here, they'd be a dangerous bunch this evening, wouldn't
Oh my gosh.
they? Everything's kind of burn out around here.
Yeah.
But I will say this: whenever all them rains come in the other week, a week and a half ago or so, the privet had been bloomed and gone for a good minute.
But 3 feet of rain turned it back on.
It sure did. And some of those, we was going down the road and got to looking. And I told her, I said, "That's doggone privet blooming again."
Oh,
We was close. We was in Mobile the first time. We was doing something, whatever it was, downtown, taking Mama to the doctor, I think, and coming through the fancy part of town. On the way back and seen it, and then seen it several places on the way up here to the house. Then I think Grayson had mentioned that it was kind of trying to make a rebound in his area too.
Really?
But
he probably got nearby as much rain as we did.
it wasn't enough to bring on the flow by any means. But
No, but it did make it open back up.
But the only thing really lingering around here, there's still, which is surprising, quite a bit of elderberry I've been noticing right here by the house still blooming.
Yeah.
But the crepe myrtle, they in full bloom, but they're really not. We've noticed that when that dearth really hits, then they'll be all over them crepe myrtles. But
yeah.
I guess there's still just a little bit of something or other out there that they're not quite hitting them crepe myrtle real hard yet.
Mr. Head's out.
Take care, Mr. Randy.
You finally gonna get up, mister?
Well, for every one of you going fishing, I hope y'all have a line of them.
Mm-hmm.
Have a good old fish fry. That would be good. Some good old brim. Yeah, man.
And some hush puppies. Homemade hush puppies.
Homemade.
Cheesy ones with banana peppers.
You shut your mouth.
That'd be really good. I bet you we still got some of that river cat in the freezer.
What did you do? Turn the volume. I hit a button over there. And something. Yeah, good old mess of fish be pretty doggone good to be snacking on.
DC, you still have a flip phone?
Go ahead, Carl.
Uh-oh. DC's out of coffee too.
Okay. And while we still got some good, we still got some good numbers in here. Let me look at it again. There's already chirps about the Ute with y'all. And we have set a date, which will be the last week of September, but the first week of October. That'll be October you want to do it on a Saturday again? If we talk to Joey?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We'll just say Sunday. I'll talk to Joey once it gets closer, kind of thing. And if we get big numbers again this year, like it's been in the years past, as far as the official honey tasting, but around October 2nd, October the 3rd, October the 4th, will be around about the deadline to get your entries in on the Ute. But if you're new and you want to participate this year, just send us an email at gunlinebees@gmail.com and we'll let you know where it can be sent to. But before I forgot about that. And did I say anything about Sean and Angela?
Not yet.
Okay. Sean and Angela Bouchers.
Vouchers.
Bouchers. Yeah. My bad, I didn't email you back. I hadn't forgot about you. I figured the best thing to do is just holler at y'all, give you a shout out while I was on here. But God love them. They catch us on the replay, and he said they've been so busy with. Apparently, they have gotten into cutouts quite a bit. In between doing cutouts and working their bees at the house, they have been extremely busy. But sent us an email to say hello, and kind of went through what the good news is on their end. So, for the ones of you that know old Sean and Miss Angela there, they doing well. They getting their little old business off the ground pretty good. It sounded like so.
It was really good to hear from them.
Indeed. So, for the ones of you that catch us on the replay, thank y'all very, very much, and appreciate every one of you.
PJ said if his doesn't win, he wants it back. Told him Jasper had a no return policy.
Oh yeah, he put that in the provisions this year.
Mm-hmm. It's in the fine print.
I'll start off on that fine.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Mark, do you not drink coffee? I don't know many people that don't drink coffee.
Well, there's some of us out there.
Girl, he been passed out on my bed this whole time. He just rolled over and meandered out here and flopped back down on the rug. I'm like, okay, I guess he don't want to talk tonight.
He said not at 9 o'clock.
He's over it. He had a late night waiting on us.
I'm talking about Mark, not Jasper. Drinking coffee.
Saying?
Not at 9 o'clock.
Not at 9 o'clock. I can drink coffee any time of day.
I don't see how she does it in these summertime kind of thing. I mean, just cup after cup after cup.
In my defense, it's only 8:15 here, and this is only my second cup since
We started.
we started.
So she's probably really on about 8 or 9 throughout the day.
I have no comment.
Yeah.
It's definitely a red flag. If you only drink decaf, it's kind of an orange flag. Unless it's under doctor's orders.
It's under doctor's orders.
I know. I just have to mess with him a little bit.
As far as the taste, it's got to be covered up.
He only drinks lattes. He don't drink real coffee. DC had pulled 16 mediums. I knew I had seen a big number in Joey's chat, but I could not remember how many you had pulled. Oh yeah, espresso definitely counts.
Yeah, get that fixed. Looking on here, look at that right there.
Your farmer's
That
tan.
big old farmer's tan.
You could come lay out with me and eating it out. Oh, PJ, have you tried the new Death Wish coffee? Or I guess it's fairly new, but Lee sent the link to it, and I hadn't ordered it yet. But it's in like a black and green bag, but it says caffeine surge all the way across it, and I was like, that could be really, really good.
He said, "All right, look at it. Got these two clowns in here picking on me." Well, I'll start off with Danae. Okay.
What'd she do?
She said the tea people are strange.
Oh no.
I'm looking at you, Buttons.
Well, you got to give it to him tonight. He don't drink hot tea. He drinks iced tea. So
It's a southern thing,
yeah.
which ain't much ice. The only time ice goes in my tea
is if he runs out and I have to mix it right after boiling it and it's still hot.
But if it's already cold, no, just put it in a jar and let's roll. Then,
Ooh.
what?
I bet Turkish coffee is good.
I don't know, but I got to get back to this other one real quick.
Which one?
PJ there.
What?
OTM drinks the foo-foo coffee. I knew he had one.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Tim drinks the foo-foo coffee so much. Yeah, literally, it is bad. Like, 3/4 of the people that work at our little coffee shop, when they see us pull in, whether we're in our nice car or the work truck, they know all our vehicles, and they start making our coffee when we pull in. Like when we get cups, it ain't even got the sticker on it that tells you what's in it.
What's that got to do with just me?
Well, it's us.
Yeah.
But I like him loving the foo-foo coffees because I don't have to ask to stop at the coffee shop anymore.
Because used to, she did.
But once he got hooked on them, every time we pass the coffee shop, he's going in. And I was like, this is the best thing ever.
Before that, you couldn't get me to drink a cup of coffee. I don't care how much sugar or whatever was in there, you wouldn't get me to drink it. Well, she stopped at the new coffee place, well, they're not new now, but they ain't long open. Everybody bragging about them. She's like, well, let me try this place. So she got one of them,
a white chocolate mocha.
Bingo. And on the way out, she's like, just try it, see what you think about it. And I took one of them little sips like a 5-year-old would.
And he stole my coffee. I had to go order another one.
It was pretty doggone good. And after that, she got me hooked on the frou-frou coffee deal. But there's only one place I want it from, and it's going to be that Yellow Hammer. Any other coffee shop, I don't trust them. Because I went down that road one time with a coffee shop in Mississippi. And I had every expectation in my head this is going to taste just like the Yellow Hammer coffee. Good, sweet.
Possum Coffee House in Lucedale don't put near as much white chocolate syrup as Yellowhammer does. And he did not care for it.
I spit it out the window before we even got out the doggone parallel parking spot we was in and just handed it to her. I said, you get 2 of them today.
So I ended up drinking 3 large coffees that day. 3 large lattes with 2 extra shots apiece that day. Because we went to Yellowhammer to get him coffee.
Y'all feel free to pick on me about the coffee. I'm cool with it.
It's good stuff, y'all. It really is so good.
My taste bud is just like that. Just don't. It's not a good taste on my palate.
He's never liked coffee. You like the smell of it brewing.
I do like the smell of it. Some of it does smell good, but it's just
he
like
always
that.
says the taste never lives up to the smell.
No. So I'll take my tea. Let's see if I can do this. I'll take my tea.
That's true, Eric. I didn't think about that. Because I used to think that was cool, but when I got to where I wanted something else, I couldn't because they had already made it when I got in the shop.
That's it, Country Roads. And Frank, I agree with you. We definitely do need another Boston Tea Party.
Yeah.
We do.
Because they're ignorant, they say. You were to send him the link to Pastor Larry's message from this morning. And I'm sorry. I listened to it on the replay, but we were not awake in time to listen this morning.
No,
I really missed it.
I stayed in bed till about 7:30, and I think she got up.
Yeah, at 8.
8. And that is like, we have slept in if we've done that.
I don't remember the last time I slept till 8 o'clock. I really don't remember the last time I slept that late.
No, because usually anywhere like me, it's between 3 and 5 every morning, somewhere right in there. I'm up.
Yeah.
And if we ain't got to work, I try to be quiet and let
My
her get a
time
little bit
is
of rest.
usually like anywhere from 4 to 6. I'll be okay.
Usually she ain't far behind me.
Mm-mm.
Uh, get a chance, check it out, DC. Had a good message this morning.
Yeah. But I was saying you ought to send it to your friend and let her forward it to the guy. I think he could benefit greatly from what Pastor Larry talked about this morning.
Well, that'd be good, DC. Get you a little out yard going on, especially if it's in an area where there's quite a bit of foliage they can run on. I think we all pretty well just about at the point of kind of let the bees do what the bees are going to do for the rest of the year. I'm down here for us. We pretty well burn out on getting much of anything else off of them. Numbers are looking good. Colonies are looking well out there. Some better than others, but numbers are still looking pretty good. Thank the Lord, ain't had no issues with losing anybody. If we can catch a cool days between here and yonder, me and Hannah gonna get out there and do a little bit of inspecting, but I'm gonna be honest with you, we about like most everybody else right now. It's just too hot to be out there busting in the boxes unless you get your last little bit of supers, or if you pick up on something far as they in some kind of stress. But for the ones of you, we do apologize. I don't know if we've even put a beekeeping video out this year as far as going and doing inspections, which in some ways that was our goal, to just keep an eye on them, keep the beetles at bay, let them go and see what they're going to do. Now, whenever we was cracking lids, we'd go through a few frames just to make sure we seen presence of a queen in there, and thankfully everybody's been doing good. There was one little old split we done early on the season, and she was kind of sluggish, but went out there the other day and got to noticing that her numbers have jumped up quite a bit. So it was quite encouraging seeing how quick her little old colony is coming together. What you know good, Jay? I caught the last part of your live. I think it was yesterday. You was talking to Mr. What is it, Bammett? I think. But you was literally within a few minutes fixing to cut your show off. But good to see you back out there on the live streaming as well. Well, that'd be a wonderful thing, DC. Get you several out yards going there, and let them start cranking on up in different areas. Ride it out for a couple of years and see which ones are going to be your best producer as far as weight and honey, and you can kind of go from yonder on where you really want to settle them on in. Next year, we're probably going to venture on into one out yard up at the old place. And
See how we handle that.
Yeah, see how it goes on keeping them up there. Now we know they will do well as we see quite a bit of traffic already as it is up there. But we just got a good little spot and everything's kind of worked out to where a little spot of that land is ours officially. So a little bit of that pecan orchard is where we're wanting to put them out there at. So, and if old Ollie, man, if he's keep wanting to do the beekeeping with Uncle Tim and old Handy Boo there, then we're gonna kind of let that be his yard that we're gonna help him with, and whatever becomes of it, we'll let that be Ollie's gig, if you will. Oh yeah, especially out there when that doggone crimson clover gets to blooming on top of the white clover. That white clover's all over the place up there, and that whole 20 acres forest and pecan orchard. Then there's a wood line that separates the other 10. Back behind it, it is the exact same way. It'll be full of crimson clover and that white clover out there, and there's privet all around that 20 acres. So they got plenty to work there alone, plus venture out and whatever they find from yonder. What say, Paul? Hope y'all doing good. Man says happy 250th, everyone. Just back from Mississippi. Pig, goat, family, and fireworks weekend. Sounded like it was a good one. Hope y'all had a great 4th. We did indeed. And for the ones of you just dropping by, hope y'all had a blessed Independence Day as well. All right, take care, PJ. I got you.
Oh. So what now?
Well, DC said he wants to make him a little bit of mead.
Oh.
Be a good little something to do.
We was talking about that.
Yeah, we were.
Yesterday. Did you see Paul Hale come in?
Yep. What did he say? They had pig, goat, and family firewood.
Oh.
Hopefully they had that old pig. Somebody sitting there turning that baby over the fire. Or the goat too, whichever one. Both of them.
I ain't never eaten goat.
I don't know if it tastes anything like lamb. I don't know if I'd be a fan. That lamb's got a little wang to it.
I don't know if I've ever eaten one.
I mean, it's okay, but it's definitely not beef.
Yeah.
But to me, that
2 totally different critters, darling.
it is. But either way, it'll make a meal.
DC said he's eating mountain goat. We ate steak and salad for 4th of July. Definitely didn't do no goats or nothing.
Carl, to be honest with you, we hadn't even really talked about it.
Yeah, we had so much going on. It's really going to be dictated by how our families do it that time of year. Because year before last, it was Jamie. And last year, it was Jacob.
Mm-hmm. But we sure would love to get up there and
Yes.
shake hands with folks. See
Honestly,
everybody
I ain't even so much studying like going for classes or anything. It'd just be a fellowship gig for us.
I mean, that's all I want to do, just talk to people. put some faces to the names, shake hands
Mhm.
to the ones that we do talk to quite often.
DC, we were talking about making some blackberry mead yesterday. Oh, I bet the blueberry'd be good too, Richard. Y'all too, Carl. I hope we get to make it up there one of these years. I really do. If not, we're going to take Lee up and make the Southeastern Beekeeping Conference.
Oh, I'm not sure. He says, so where do I bribe Pastor Larry for the honey contest?
I don't know. I think all the bribes are going to Ollie this year. Oh, you the bomb, DC.
So enough guys need another adventure.
We do need another adventure.
Yep, we do.
It's been a while. We might refine it.
Well, we had.
I'll share one with him, DC.
She ain't gonna share that mess. I don't even know where last year's jar is, DC. I know, like right behind us here, from what we didn't give out to Mr. Donnie and them youngins from last year's youth.
I only hit a couple.
She's got some hidden that I have no idea where they're at, kind of thing.
He's just never bothered to look.
She just put it where.
And they said he's gonna have to clearly mark them, Hannah's jar and Tim's jar.
Yes, please. That way, I can tell her keep Paul's office in here. I'm gonna hide it in my hiding place.
You don't even have a hiding place. Oh man, I can't help it. I only hid DC's and Keith's. And I only hid Keith's because that's the only one I make honey butter with. I don't know, Country Roads. That's what we're hoping to do. If we can't make it to Nobby, then maybe we can at least make it to the one in Louisiana. We was gonna try to go to
Yeah, we
last year.
honestly was gonna try to make both of them, and we was much closer to going to Louisiana, and they ended up
They
canceled
canceled
that.
it, didn't they?
Yep. I forget what the deal was, but I guess they're a couple of weeks before it was going down. Something didn't line out.
He said, "I'll bring you a jar to sip on if you come."
Appreciate
We're
you.
hoping to make
Yep.
it. We really want to go see everybody. Been saying that for like 4 years now. But something seems to happen at the last minute every time.
I was talking to my brother-in-law. That's how that conversation come up last night. Sister-in-law and his sister said she had gotten some mead from somewhere, and she's like, "I want y'all to try it to see what you think about it." And I'm like, okay, but first time we ever had, I had any, or we both had some, was yeah, a dear. These people, I don't even want to call them friend. These folks is family. We ain't blood kin by any means, but these people are family. Every one of them on that side over there. But
I love their sister the most.
The whole bunch is,
They're just really sweet, God fearing people.
and I'll tell you what, they're the kind of people you want on your side if something goes south.
Yeah, let me rephrase it. They're sweet if they like you.
Yes,
If you're on their side.
very much good folks. But
No, DC, don't do that. Because it's not a matter of money. It's honestly been just our family commitments that's kept us from going so far. And I would hate for you to spend money on tickets and then that's it, Eric. The
Yes.
family you get to pick.
100%.
Mhm.
But their daddy, that man took me under his wing after my daddy died, and yes, we both miss him and his wife dearly. But right after he departed and went to be with the good Lord, his son was still his oldest son was he had just stopped by one day and he said, "Look," he said, "I made some mead about 7 years ago and I gave this to Daddy." And he said, Daddy pretty well quit drinking, but every once in a while you know, he'd have him a gentleman's drink, if you will. And he said, but Daddy only took a little old sip of this mead out and he put it back in his cabinet and it'd been sitting there for 7 years. And he said, once everything, the dust was settled after wheels and all that kind of thing. That was on, I will say this too, that was one family. There was not one bickering over who was going to get what or anything like that.
Because they truly love each other.
Yeah, that family full of love. But he said, I looked in Daddy's cabinet and I found this mead. He said, I want y'all to try it. I said, well, Dan, I ain't had a drink of alcohol in 10 years. And it's not that I'm against anybody drinking at all. Drunkenness, that's a different situation. That's biblical. But
drinking's just not really our thing, I guess.
no, when I just put it like this: in my teenage years, in my 20s, I had my fair share of it. And after some of them long nights of being up all night with Ralph, that's what ended it for me. I was like, I'm tired of feeling bad after this. But rock on 10 years, here comes Dan pulling in the driveway. He says, try it. Well, I smelt it and I was like, who? I don't know.
I was scared of it.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
But I got a good sip out of it. And I will say that was the best drink I've had out of anything. And
it was really good. I think he had blackberries, blueberries, and there was one more. I can't remember what the third berry was.
But it was good. And we was about our second year into beekeeping. And he's like, look, if y'all can get about 5 gallons of honey, holler at me. I've got the whole get up to make some more.
How long ago has it been he pulled in the driveway and let us try it, maybe?
Yeah, wow. Mr. Phillip been gone
4 years?
3 or 4 years now.
Because it just hit me. That joker took my chicken bowl full of honey.
Yeah, he still got your bowl.
He still got my bowl.
You told him
He
not to
called
pick the
it
whip.
the honeycomb.
Yeah. But yeah. Well, she gonna remind him of that next time she sees him. You still got my bowl, mister, after 4 or 5 years. But I will say it. Sit down during the evening, something like that, to have you something for the blood, if you will. I could definitely see that it was quite tasty. I'll put it like that. Oh no, I've never tried the bourbon barrel honey from anybody, but you do see quite a people chirping about it in the chats from time to time about they do like that bourbon barrel honey. And I guess when ones of y'all out there doing the markets, that it sells pretty good on the market end of things. I know Carl was doing it, him and his bunch, doing the bourbon barrel honey. I think Tom and Melissa was fooling with it there for a little bit. A couple others, I believe, and hearing them carry on about it, undoubtedly it does pretty good as far as having something out there on the market. Well, there we go. Carl says bourbon barrel on French toast, amazing. But you can only, Carl, correct me if I'm wrong, but can't you only just get like one run out of a barrel? Then you have to get another one to do it, or can you get maybe say two or so out of it before you start losing that taste of the. All right, Eric says I'm not a fan of bourbon, but I love the bourbon honey. So I mean, it's got to be doing pretty doggone good for Carl and them, because his comment here said it just filled two 10-gallon barrels. Will be disastrous. Congratulations to y'all too as well. PJ there at Hanley's Homestead, they got one coming this week, I believe he said, and apparently y'all got one here now. So congratulations. All right, for any of y'all interested there, Carl's been doing this a minute, so any of y'all interested in wanting to try to fool with the bourbon barrel, he says I only use a barrel once. Carl, are you, without putting your numbers out there, do you go up a dollar or two on calling that, I guess, a specialized honey or a specialty honey? Or do you sell your bourbon flavored honey at the same price as what you would sell, just say, some unleaded running honey? Oh, shoot, it's a win-win. Carl says, then I sell the barrel to the brewery and get every penny back. So it's an investment and you get your money back. So you ain't doing nothing but making money in the grand scheme of things. Pardon me. But for the ones of y'all out there, there's your, if you're looking for another good idea on another product to have out there, you want to tinker with that bourbon barrel, bring you in another customer base there. All right, he says 10 ounces in a flask to sell at $20. So yeah, that's a good little return on that. one of these days, maybe we'll work up to that. Our little old operation here, when we pulled the other week, it was right at 100 pounds out there on our little bunch. Now it's just one pull, and I know we've got about 3 or 4 more deeps that have got to come off pretty quick. Most likely, those puppies will be coming off at the end of this week, as far as the supers that we have left. So, a grand total for us, we might clear 250 pounds this year. Lord willing, everything goes accordingly for us, and next year we'll look for bigger numbers. And we getting on track, just how we, I guess, kind of planned it out to build the bees last year, which we was able to do early this season. We made a couple of splits, have left them alone, but the colonies that we did have out there big enough did produce quite a bit on some supers out there for us. So we're going to pull those, and like I say, if my numbers are kind of close to right, it'll be, I guess, about total 250 for us. Then next year, hopefully we can get into that 500 mark, getting everybody built up and start working on more splits once again. But I will say, I was kind of thinking about doing some splits before the season got too far on us. But we're not seeing very many drones anymore. Not saying they're not out there, but you sure don't see them dudes buzzing around like we were seeing them in March and April and the very early part of June. But I may just do a couple in them horizontal hives, see how it goes. If they don't, then we'll combine them back with something. But definitely the drone numbers have kind of died on back, if you will. Well, you're right, DC. There's all kind of ways to bring in an income with these honeybees. Not only the honey, the wax, and the propolis, and make you some tinctures for the folks that's into tinctures, and uh, doing pollen traps, and
Also hit very much stuff there.
yeah, I think they just kind of. Well, Mr. Russell, we on the same parallel there, but uh, so the brood is almost completely stopped.
So good.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I guess since it wasn't a great season around here either. On as far as the nectar flows, what have you in the spring, we had a mediocre season, but it just our spring rains didn't come until early summer, and by the time anything else was left blooming around here, it was the latter part of the mimosa. The elderberry was starting to crank on up pretty good, so that's why we got a little bit of it left out there now. And a lot of the wildflowers, for the most part, we've seen have kind of peeled on back as well. The tallow,
I didn't get much stuff.
no,
I guess the writing are really good.
I mean, they was looking good there for a while, but it didn't do what we was thinking it was going to by any means. But once again, I believe that's just the lack of spring rains and whenever we did get any early summer rain, it was just deluge of. Well, we end up with that one week, a couple of weeks ago, 17 inches of rain around here in that one week. Or some places I know it was more than that, but I think we got about 17 inches that week.
Tell Danae I got a message, but I can't text her back yet.
Danae, Hannah got your message, but she can't text you back, she said, because we're on her phone, but she got your message.
In a moment.
Huh?
In a moment.
And she's on it. Yeah, Country Road, we was, like, just for us, and for the ones of you that's been with us for a good minute, especially the last couple of years, kind of knew what we was coming out of and trying to get into. So this year did fall into where we was looking to be. And that was grow what we could grow out here, and whatever we got, so be it. But the main thing was try to get the numbers built up a little bit more around here. And then from this point forward, try to really start working on a better honey production and whatever else we could get off of it. We are finally getting to a point now where, like our wax, we're able to start putting wax up. We'll render it down, and we probably got, I don't know, 6 or 7 pounds out there now that needs to be rendered on top of another 5 pounds that's already been rendered. So we're gradually starting to get that little bit of stock put back. And thank the Lord we've done that, because this year, as spring was coming in, it took every bit of that to wax all the foundation.
We just barely waxed all the foundation. I think we're at 10 colonies right now. 10 or 11.
11.
11.
Yep. Got 11 here. We come
We've almost doubled, or we have doubled what we come out of winter with.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Double plus 1 or 2.
And we hadn't even done many splits at all.
We'll just venture into doing these cutouts, trying to get our name out there with these cutouts and swarms.
Yeah.
Helped us a good deal on jumping up in numbers pretty quick. And Lord willing, we can continue on that, because I think that's one of the main goals I'm going to try to keep pushing, is doing these cutouts and stuff. So the more freebies, if you will, we can get, awesome. And y'all know how it is, especially in swarm season. You get them swarms, get them home. You know how quick they build out, especially if it's going to be a fine colony. They'll have you something built out in no time. Granted, depending on how well they're doing, you might get a little bit off of them, but if it's a first year swarm, I'm not even going to study.
We're just going to let them grow.
That's it.
Put them in a box, put the beetle juice to them, and
Do
say
what
a
you do.
prayer.
That's it.
Lord, take over now, please. Your mom said you're 18 and she couldn't be. She wanted to make a call. She gave it to me. But you're 18. I'll answer a message, but
Sorry about that. my mama had
I had
called.
to explain my disappearance. God love his mama. Yeah, I wish y'all could meet his mom. We're gonna have to do a video and let y'all meet Tim's mama. Like I have been so incredibly blessed with the mother-in-law that the Lord put in my life. And I know a lot of women can't say that, but I honestly, like, I look at her as she's the closest thing I have left to a mama here on this earth. And I love her with all my heart. But she can make me laugh so hard without even trying to.
She's something else.
She is. Y'all gonna have to meet her one day. I've been kicking my butt every day since my grandma left this earth that we didn't do a video with her and let y'all meet her. But we are gonna do it with his mama one day. No, DC, you did great. Like, we were talking earlier about we was at the fireworks show when you came on Joey's chat, and like they had a live band and all these people out there. We had the volume turned all the way up and we could barely hear like what was being said. But no, you did great. It was so awesome to see you. I about jumped out of my chair. My sister looked at me like I had lost my mind when you put in that chat you was fixing to come on. Well, Carl, she is deathly allergic to honey.
Yep.
She can't get anywhere near honey. And I think we think it's because she is deathly allergic to sumac. And there's no way, there's so much sumac out here, there's no way to keep the bees out of it. And the only time she's ever had honey, she swelled up just like a reaction to sumac. So she can't get anywhere near raw honey down here.
She's the only person I know. I mean, I imagine there's a few out there, but she's the only person I've ever heard of that is allergic to honey. But yeah,
she can't get near it. No, DC, don't feel like that. We thought you did great. It was really good to see you. You gotta start doing that more often. Then you won't feel like that.
There is one story I'll tell y'all. We'll derail on that with Mama, and I do want to sit down with her and get her to tell the full story on video one day because it has nothing to do with bees, anything like that. And most of the crowd in here knows at least some of the story of what about the FBI.
Oh gosh.
Uh,
That's almost unbelievable. Like literally.
This is a true story. But long before I was ever even thought of, Mama was still a young woman. She had a job as a bartender. And this was in the
I knew it late 60s, early 70s.
Yeah.
Because she was married to Jamie's dad. Because she had his last name.
Yeah. Yeah, so it was
probably late 60s.
Late 60s, early 70s. But anyway, the lady my mama worked for, my mama loved that woman to death. She said, I can't remember the lady's name, but said she was one of the best bosses she ever had. But before they went to open up that evening, there comes some fellows walking through the door that was dressed officially looking. And they asked my mama what her name was.
And they accused her of lying because her honest name was Mary Smith.
At the time.
Mm-hmm.
And they thought that my mama it ended up being the FBI. And they give my mama the runaround about don't lie to us about who you are. and all this kind
They
of good
thought it
stuff.
was a made up name because it's so generic, I guess. But
Mama started asking, well, why are y'all questioning me? What is the deal? And they had a photo of a woman that looked just like her.
the same hair, same body build, everything.
And her name was Mary, the woman they was looking for. But the long story short of it was they thought Mama was, I can't remember the last name of that woman, Mary, but some woman named Mary that was running with Charles Manson back then.
Mhm.
And
tried to take his mama in for it, but her boss run him out there.
Yep.
Saved her.
And Mama said I was getting quite nervous because they was not believing me at all, kind of thing. Then
Well, she didn't have an ID for something. Something had happened to it, and she didn't have it with her, so she couldn't prove it, like with a government document.
But they wasn't having it, more or less. And they just kept on. And finally, Mama got it out of what is it y'all want with me? And they were like, we know you're running with Charles Manson because you're Mary so-and-so and you're giving us an alias of Mary Smith.
Yeah.
Mama's like, I've never left Mobile, Alabama. You know, I'm not running with Charles Manson. I don't know where y'all are getting this. And Mama said they laid that photo down on the bar and said,
And
we
it
know.
made her pause for a second because they look so similar to each other.
And finally, Mama's boss, the lady that owned the bar back then, come out and she lit into him the way Mama talked. Was talking about, don't you harass my worker and you need to get up out of here and all this kind of good stuff. And they kept trying to push on her boss. We know she's who she said or who we think she is. And they're like, Mama's boss is like, no, she's not who y'all think she is. And y'all pretty well just need to
get off my property.
Yeah.
In a little more colorful language. But that was the gist of what she told FBI agents back then.
Yeah, I guarantee you their language was a little more flavorful as far as what they was telling them to get on out of there. But I've always
That's a really good way to say that, Danae. Because the God's honest truth is some of the most quote unquote intelligent people I've ever met are the absolute hands down stupidest people I have ever met in my life.
I say it quite a bit. There's a bunch of educated idiots out there.
That is his favorite saying.
And I look at them. It's like, okay, one of the best ones I ever had was me and Hannah went down to Gulf Shores and we was looking at a condo. And it was her uncle's condo, but above it, it kept leaking. It was like you had 3 levels of condos. It was a 3-story building, and her uncle owns one of the apartments or condos in it. Well, we had literally went in and just remodeled pretty much everything after somebody else had just remodeled it. We had to gut what they remodeled and rebuild everything because they messed up a bunch of stuff. And we had, I don't know, a couple weeks just finished up down there where her uncle calls and says, look,
it's flooded again.
Yep, the place is flooded again. The property manager is calling and they want to know what's going on, so on and so forth. So we go down there.
Bugs just came in. Well, thank God. I know it's rough, like more rough than any of us can imagine going back to chemo, but that's an answered prayer that they found something that helps it, that's working against it. I hate she's got to go through more of it, but I'm so glad something seems to be working for it, though.
Yes, indeed.
So we're just gonna double down praying for y'all. If she starts back in the morning, we will be praying very, very hard for y'all to get through this. Please let her know. And we ain't got to know you face to face. We can still pray for you just as hard as anybody else.
Well, I can't, Eric, I can't say who it is, but we had a family member that not too long ago, her herself, done that. And we about flipped out whenever she told us what she was doing. She's like, I'm going to go through it and see if they'll accept me just to see if I can. I'm really not going to go. And lo and behold, she went through the process and passed this and passed that. And
Give me an anxiety breakdown. What she did.
She was about ready to go wherever they take them to do all their training, and I think
I couldn't believe she passed after the extended family background.
Yeah.
That's what took the long.
Well, especially on that one particular side, because there's a lineage on that.
Oh Lord, don't give up now. If the scans are getting better, don't give up now.
That we know the good Lord's hearing our prayers.
That's it. Because Lord knows both of us, we've never fought a battle with cancer ourselves, but we've had people very, very close to us do it. And I've seen how rough chemo can be, but I know how much I hung on to those scan results a lot of times.
I used to tell my daddy, I said, Daddy, you look like a hurricane tracking chart.
Mm-hmm.
And he'd laugh with me. Good daddy, I guess you just have to know my daddy. He loved to cut up, carry on, and aggravate the snot out of folks and all that stuff. I was 13 years old whenever my daddy was diagnosed with lung cancer. And that's whenever radiation was really like intense on people. And I mean, granted, it's still tough on folks, but I guess the early stages of just.
They were still trying to experiment with that stuff when your daddy was going through too.
Yeah, because they couldn't pinpoint like they got nowadays. That wasn't even thought of yet. They would have daddy just blue marks and red marks and all kind of stuff where they was doing that stuff with him. But
Keller, we're praying just as much for strength as for results from the medicine.
Like I say, something's responding to something.
That's it. Just hold on to that and just keep going. Wherever the Lord leads you, just follow Him. Go back to that quote I say all the time. The will of God will never lead you where the grace of God cannot keep you. He'll never take you somewhere you can't manage, ever. But just let your wife know we pray for y'all every day. But I'll absolutely be doubling down on it. For sure. Well, there's Rodney.
And
right where we're fixing to sign off.
I thought I saw Jeremy come in here.
He did. He came in a few minutes ago.
Yeah. Well, how'd that column go, Rodney?
Ooh, you was doing a cutout from a column today?
I think he's going to go try Friday night or something like that.
He did 3 cutouts this weekend. No wonder you're late.
And Jeremy,
Jeremy's been slammed too.
He had a big old open air colony. I seen that he went and worked on.
No joke, Frank. That's one of them, sure enough. Thank you, Jesus. He fulfilled all of that for us.
Man said I hadn't slept in 2 days.
Yeah, I'd say it's about time to crash there, buddy. Hey, Ian.
A tornado was?
Dang, I didn't know y'all got tornadoes way up there. I thought y'all just had to look out for snow.
Well, hope y'all don't get any behind, bro.
No joke.
I hate them doggone things. Yep.
He hates them so much they give me anxiety attacks now.
Well, I mean, it's one of them. I need to dig me a hole in the ground when them things get to sounding off. If I ever become a wealthy man, that'd be one of the very first things.
He building a bunker.
I'm building
Underground bunker.
a tornado shelter.
Mm. I think I'm gonna bring my porch chair in here.
Is it more
Next
comfortable?
time. It is. It's like a hammock on a bunch of cords. It's not bad at all. No tornado, just angel wings flat.
So will y'all keep it at bay if you don't mind? You know.
Man.
Well, my plan is, Rodney, is a small Connex box. If it works out one day. Then just build like a little dome on top of that and go from yonder. But an old school bus will work too. It just seems like them things, especially around here in our parts, unless I just didn't pay too much attention, but it's like these last several years, they've gotten a little more frequent in our area.
Yeah, they have. Big time.
Well, thinking of that,
I still swear
yeah,
that was one that come through here. Man, I got so sick. I heard I heard a storm rolling in the other day. Last week?
it was last week.
Yeah. And Jubal and Button was out on the porch, so I put them inside and then went to get the little scaredy cat and brought her in. And I ain't no more shut that door, and everything outside was green. Like the air was green. And I didn't hear or see a tornado, but you could see the wind. Literally, you could see leaves going in circles out there above the house. And then I started hearing, it sounded like a freight train, but it sounded like it was 15 miles off in the distance or something. It wasn't like what everybody says is bearing down on you. But what scared me so bad was it was so green outside. Just everything looked green, like it made the hair on the back of my neck stand up. And I ain't no more shut that door, the glass door. And I heard the crash, and like, I don't know how big that limb was.
Oh, there's a big old limb out of an old water road.
Right on my bed of roses out there. I was sick to my stomach, but thank God it didn't hit the house or the porch or anything attached to it. But it was nasty. I know, and it ain't often. I've only seen it like that one other time, and there was a tornado come through the churchyard where we were at. But I mean, it freaked me out when I walked out and I seen the leaves going. Cause like on the left side, like this side of the house, you could see everything being pulled this way. But on the other end of the house, it was coming around and coming and hitting me from the right side. And I was like, yeah, this ain't good at all. It wasn't like a full blown tornado, but it was at least a funnel cloud come over that was trying to touch down. Cause it was eerie. Like it was like electricity in the air kind of thing, giving you chill bumps.
Well, that wind got crazy. I mean, we're used to thunderstorms popping up around here, 70, 80
Yeah.
mile an hour winds a lot of times, which, I mean, rough weather, don't get me wrong, but it's kind of a normal, if you will. But I'm going to tell you what, when that storm come in the other day,
It was different.
then all of a sudden I was sitting here in the chair and I heard something hit the roof of the house. Boom, boom.
Like skid across. There was a big old pine limb out there, oak limb out there. But that one, I mean, it was a big enough limb. It made a pile big enough for a bonfire out there, literally. Like it was crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I'm just praying my mama's rose don't die.
We might have to trim it back. I don't think it killed the plant, but it definitely
broke a
took
lot
that.
of it.
Yeah, we've been babying that little area because what I've
Since we
done.
moved. Well, no, since 2020
Mm,
when we built the thing.
we had found some old metal foot post and headboard from an iron bed, and I just thought one day, well, that'd be pretty cool to put out there for her roses. And we had just started getting one of her mama's roses going real good. So I set it up. It looks like a bed, if you will. It's got the headboard
I
and
did a
footboard.
little video a year or two ago
I forgot
and
about that.
showed them.
And the last couple of years, it's filled out nice and pretty and be loaded with roses. Then when the roses kind of start putting out or quit putting out, there's a bleeding heart that'll come up in it, and that bleeding heart will start blooming out.
There's 3 different color running roses, the bleeding heart, and a bunch of morning glories that I let go wild in there because I love them.
Oh, there's plenty of them out there to get some cuttings now. That thing.
Yeah, this spring, literally, a lady we've done a lot of work for, I was telling her about it, and she asked me to send her some pictures of it. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'll take a few when I get home. And I was trying to take some pictures of it, and I realized you can't even see the bed frame anymore. The rose is taking over so much. You couldn't see the bed frame anymore. But that stupid limb fixed that for us.
It shoved one end of that limb was so heavy. That limb was probably every bit of that big around that come out of that tree, about 18 feet long.
It was crazy.
It shoved one corner of that old metal frame down in the ground about 10 inches and just folded it into it. So it just crushed everything whenever it fell in. So
everything.
It's bruised up pretty good, don't get me wrong, but I think it'll make it come back.
Yeah, I think we're fixing it. I'm fixing it. I'm back.
Yeah, I didn't realize. Oh, we're running over pretty good this evening. Yep.
You're just talking away, but
well, we've had some good conversation this evening.
We can't believe Jasper just went back to bed. He didn't even come say hi to nobody.
He's upset. But yeah, I reckon we're gonna wrap her on up here.
We gotta go be adults in the morning. Yeah. Holiday weekend's over.
Time to go back to work.
Yeah.
At least we're inside. We won't be working outside tomorrow.
That's true. We'll be in the air conditioning. I think our next outside job will be power washing. So that won't be too bad.
No.
You stay halfway cool doing that.
Yeah, now's the time to do that now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, y'all, till then, God bless you. Lord willing, we'll see y'all on the next one. Y'all take care.
Yeah, hope y'all have a good week.